This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Thursday to talk about Bitcoin, crypto, and breaking news. So if you guys are ready for the Zest, you're ready for the education, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream out with friends so more people know what's going on. We have to physically press these share buttons, guys, because we need to make sure other people know what's going on, especially when we have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and we are freaking rolling with the times with the subscribers, and our goal today is 16,425, so just 9 more. Also, as I'm saying good morning to you guys, make sure you're checking out our 3 amazing sponsors, Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, use code ZESTY for 20% off. Then carry the Zest over to Crypto Saving Expert with code ZESTY for 15% off your first month or 15% off your whole year.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Good morrow, lads and L.
Yo, Armani, I missed you yesterday. Yesterday was the 4-year anniversary stream, and I was talking about you. Everyone, please yar for Armani. He's been here for me since like the literal beginning, and I appreciate him so much. Armani, can you believe it's been 4 years, bro? Can you believe we've been friends for 4 years on the social medias? Scott, I have not heard of that, Scott. Guys, on TikTok, we're just over 100 followers away from 10,000, so make sure you guys are smashing the likes and following over there. Mr. Yi was here before. Thank you for the fake rose. We have John Germain, XRP A11Y. Nice to see you. We have Chris Hanley, Ogre, John Germain, Randy, Emma. Let's see, Chris Hanley, my girl Alexandra G. Love her, Fisher Queen. Jason Hamilton is here. Crimson, I see you out here in the chat. Lazarus, what's up? Nice to see you. Chump Change, thank you for the raid. Joe Harvey, what's up? David Bulls, Auto, cough, cough. Warlock, nice to see you. Galaxy 9, Dan R.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes!
You're welcome.
We 4 years in the game, bruh.
Bruh.
Yes! Thank you for being with me for 4 years, man. Like, you're just the best. Yar, yar, yar. Yar! Who else do we have in the chat? Yukio on X, good morning. All right. So we have M2, nice to see you. We have, John Legend, Alvio. All right. Hello, everyone. Oh, Alex Collingborn over there on X, nice to see you. I don't know if I've seen you in chat before. Tim Taylor, good morning on X. All right. Alrighty. I'm ready to get after the news. A great collection of NFTs. I guess I'm going to have to take a look at it at some point. I like my NFTs. Right, Sharam, Crypto Farmer, Gary Littlemore. He said he's in sunny France on holidays. Is that why you've been missing, Gary? Because your sticker has been waiting for your return. It's nice to see you. And Cyber Unit 06, just sharing love everywhere, man. Much love to our friend Cyber Unit. And also, I see Pharaoh is over there. Hello, everyone. Yeah, all right, guys, let's get after it. People on TikTok are unhinged, right, Robsy? All right, guys, let's take a gander at everything going on right now. We have a lot of news to cover today, and when I mean a lot, I see a lot. And firstly, one of my articles got removed. How interesting is that? Okay, there we go. So there's a lot of issues going on with the banks right now and a lot of glitches that always happen. But it's so ironic that the only glitches that really happen are the ones that just take money out of your account. There's never a glitch where you have more money. It's always where you're at risk. If you see, India's ICICI Bank exposed thousands of credit cards to the wrong users yesterday. So basically, they issued about 17,000 credit cards in the past few days to the wrong users, and a lot of customers saw that their money was being taken out of their account using their iMobile Pay app, and it's basically just giving them all of the information, personal information, and people are getting absolutely robbed by this bank. They say, the spokespeople, that this is only 0.1% of the bank's credit card portfolio, but other people just got access, like they went on their phone and were like, oh, I have access to this guy's credit card. Let me go do international transfers and all of these things. So I'm hoping that this bank clears it up and gives them their money back. But we've been seeing a lot of banks that have money going wrong. things going awry, people losing money in their accounts, and they never get reimbursed, which is why you have to make sure you're not relying on the banks. Something that really shook the core yesterday was also Chase Bank. Chase Bank yesterday, they had an outage with their app at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So if you went on that app around 2 p.m. Eastern, you were being signed out. You weren't being able to be let in and use your account. Also, people were seeing balances not there. Transactions, no access. And the bank website said it isn't working right now upon signing into the app and receiving the prompt you are securely being signed out. One person commented that the outage isn't allowing them to pay their auto loan, and other customer service said it wasn't helpful and pretended like things were not wrong. So I'm just saying, guys, if you called Chase Bank yesterday and you wanted to make a payment, you couldn't access the app, and the team was just like, what? Huh? I can't hear you. So all people all across the country, California, New Jersey, Florida, all had these same problems. So it wasn't just like a certain area that had an issue. This was countrywide and Chase Bank wide. So if you guys are using Chase Bank and you're using any bank, I always warn you about these magical apps on your phone that you go on there and people are like, oh, my balance is there, things are there. No, guys, they could easily shut that down at any point. You don't think that maybe this was a little bit of an experiment and it doesn't make you think a little bit more like, oh, what if I can't get on my app that day? A lot of people are digitally banking. A lot of people do not have money under their mattress anymore. You have to be safe and diversify where you hold your money. We had this problem with SVB when it failed in a lot of banks where people were showing up and they could not get cash. They did not have access to their bank account. It doesn't matter what this magical app says. If it doesn't let you transact, if you don't have all the things that go along with your payments, you are absolutely cooked. So this is a perfect example of why you should be your own bank and have access to Bitcoin and crypto, where you could permissionlessly send money 24/7, 365 with no intermediaries and no censorship. A little bing bong to that.
Bing bong.
Bullduck, a member for 17 months. He said 17 and counting. Let's go. Thank you for being a member. I love the membershippery. Oh, man. It's just horrible what's going on. Chase the bank, my bank. Yeah, listen, man, you're always chasing the banks in one way or another, isn't that right? User 97, how am I doing? I'm doing good. How are you? Never had challenges with having bank access in 15 years. Well, if you were a part of Chase Bank yesterday, yes, you did. Lil Red said, good morning to you. Listen, people have short memories. Last year, there were at least 5 bank failures in the United States, and people were showing up, and their bank was a little bit cooked, and they had to go get acquired by another bigger bank, and then, again, it gets consolidated. All these little banks go into bigger banks, and then it's the final 4, the final 3, 2, 1, and then all of a sudden, it's just the Federal Reserve issuing CBDCs to you, and that's the direction we're going in here. Especially where we just have this freaking raid of arrests and prison sentences being given out in the United States, stablecoin bills. There's a lot going on in the country right now, so I'm going to break everything down for you. From the stablecoin bill to the banks getting involved to the IRS now, people getting arrested, samurai. There's so many things going on in the United States, so let's jump into our country. First, we're going to talk about the stablecoin bill that they're saying could be ready for the U.S. House, as Maxine Waters is reporting. And Maxine Waters, she's a very shady woman. She's a Democrat, if anyone wants to know. To me, I don't care about the parties. They're all the same to me. And at the end of the day, who is she best friends with? Our boy SBF. And SBF was hugging her. She was hugging him. She was so bullish on him. And they schemed, of course. Representative Maxine Waters, the top Democrat on the Financial Services Committee, predicted Wednesday that she and Chairman Patrick McHenry would soon have a deal on legislation by regulating these stablecoins. And at the same time, like, it's so weird in these articles how they're saying stablecoins and marijuana legalization is within the same thing. How are they even related? I don't even understand. To me, the math does not math on that one. And I think stablecoins should be separate from marijuana, because one thing is a drug of some sort or a medicine, however you look at it. And then this is digital currency. So I think we should be focusing on 2 different things at 2 different times. Waters said on Bloomberg, we are on our way to getting a stablecoin bill in the short run. So we also see she pointing out she discussed stablecoins with Chuck Schumer and Sherrod Brown and said the U.S. Federal Reserve and Treasury Department and the White House have all had input in crafting the bill. All these people are
hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
And of course, the scariest things that the government can say to you is, I'm the government and I'm here to protect you. Maxine Waters said, it's about making sure investors and that people are protected. We have to ensure that they have those assets back up the stablecoins. Okay, sure. You're talking about backing stablecoins one-to-one. Should they have reserves? Sure. But should the banks also have reserves? Yes. So to me, they're regulating a space that they really can't control. They really don't know much about, especially because stablecoins for the majority of things are offshore. Only really Circle is in the United States, and technically, under the stablecoin bill, the way it's laid out, even Circle wouldn't be allowed to issue USDC in this country. And why didn't they say anything when stablecoins were being launched? They never said a word because it wasn't relevant to them yet. They didn't want their hands in it yet. They wanted to see how this would all go. Sorry, TikTok was just flagging me for a second. On top of that, right, where are the reserves for the banks? If I go into the bank and ask them for 20 grand, do they have it? No. And why don't we make sure that's a thing first? Why don't we regulate the space that they're already using day to day, the traditional financial system, before you even touch crypto when you don't even know what's going on there? It's honestly ridiculous to me, but it shows that they want to take over. They want the banks to get involved. The S&P even backs that up. So they want the stable coins to essentially get wiped out. They have control over the stable coins, so that way the banks could get involved and they could roll out CBDCs. My thing is, we have SAB 121, which literally prohibits basically the banks from getting involved in crypto, because if they have crypto exposure and it's a customer's crypto, they have to technically put that under their balance sheet. If it's my crypto, it's not supposed to go under your balance sheet. So they're trying to wipe out the banks except to bring them in for stable coins. So we're saying this could encourage U.S. banks to step into the market, and the proposal could encourage them to get involved and potentially spell trouble for large non-U.S. entities like Tether. And again, this is the whole thing. They don't like Tether, and they don't like how much dominance it has in the space. They're describing stables as a key pillar of financial markets, and they're looking at BlackRock as evidence for efficiencies and enhanced settlement security of stables in tokenization and digital bonds. They proposed introducing a $10 billion issuance limit on non-bank stablecoin firms, banning unbacked algorithmic stablecoins, as well as requiring stable issuers to hold one-to-one or cash equivalent reserves. Like I said, if Circle had to go buy this to begin with, they wouldn't have been able to issue USDC. And this means that the U.S. entities couldn't hold or transact in Tether, which may reduce demand while boosting U.S.-issued stablecoins. They want to wipe out Tether because it's not something they necessarily control. Tether is offshore, and they know that Circle could easily be controlled because they're backed by the banks. Essentially, they banked with SVB at the time before it failed. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of stables like to the highest extent. I think they're very good for not a store of value, but a means of transactions. Like if you're using it, okay, sure. And I think it brings hyper-dollarization. They should be promoting Tether. They should be having conversations with Tether to kind of maybe bring them into the U.S. to a degree, instead of just trying to push them out, push USDC, and eventually the United States is going to come out with their own digital dollar. And that is going to be the end. And this is why we have the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act proposed by Tom Emmer and all of the other digital dollar pilot prevention acts, which even if it does pass, there's already been digital dollar pilots in the United States. But either way, we need to stop what's going on right now. This is absolute foolery on the behalf of the United States, being that they're not being equal and saying that the same thing that applies to crypto should apply to the banks, but the banks don't even follow the rules to begin with. So let's focus on the banks first before we start coming after crypto. Be collaborative. Push hyper-dollarization. These people are just old, and that's why they don't do that, because they're worried about their own pockets. They want to be in control of everything, when if they just gave up a little bit of control, they'd have a lot more to deal with in the more positive direction. continuing on, like, this is just so ridiculous what's going on in this country. We have the IRS. Now, this is ridiculous. They want to give 1099 DA, this is a draft from the IRS, to report cryptocurrency transactions. Now, what exactly does this mean? Cody Carbone, who is the chief policy officer for Digital Chamber. So basically, these people are the digital asset trade association. So basically what they're doing is going to Washington and all of these places to represent crypto. And even Hester Peirce was sharing her insights on regulation and innovation. This is where people are kind of having open conversations about crypto. So what exactly does this mean? On April 19th, the IRS shared a draft version of Tax Form 1099-DA that is designed to address the reporting requirements for transactions involving digital assets, particularly with respect to unhosted wallets. It's not set in stone, but they're looking for your input. They're labeling unhosted wallet provider as a checkbox. It suggests a move to categorize unhosted wallets under broker definition, aligning with broader regulatory efforts to integrate KYC practices into crypto transactions. They're saying they want you to reveal more about yourself, like ID information, when using unhosted wallets. And for crypto exchanges, to go through more hoops when dealing with unhosted wallets. So they're saying if you have a self-custodial wallet and you're sending money to Coinbase, or you're sending money off of Coinbase to a wallet, you're going to have to say who that is, where it's going to, and why you're sending it, essentially. So basically the same thing that's going on in TradFi, they want to control DeFi with. Concerning actual DeFi, big changes could be on the horizon with the push for more oversight and user ID checks, which would obviously change how this whole space works. I would like to just say to the IRS, you guys are idiots, bro. Idiots. Like, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. And it sounds just like the whole digital asset anti-money laundering act, I believe it was called, from Liz Warren. Oh, they want a KYC unhosted wallets. Who was that bill backed by? Oh, the American Bankers Association. Guys, do you understand that the banks are behind every single regulatory action that goes on in the United States? Why is this? Tom Emmer asked Gary Gensler, is the reason why you guys are coming after crypto is because all the TradFi bros are crying that people are taking out money, millions of dollars per day from the banks and putting it in crypto because they obviously value Bitcoin and cryptocurrency more than their dollars. That's what it's all about. It's about dollar dominance and keeping the banks open. They don't care about you. They don't care about you making money, your privacy. No, they don't want privacy in this country. Liz Warren, the IRS. I'm sorry, kids, you old delusional people. You cannot make people KYC for an unhosted wallet. Why? Because wallets are just code following a standard called BIP 39. And anyone, anywhere in the world could pull up that code and make their own wallet without these apps. The apps are just a cute way for us to use it. But in reality, we really don't even need them. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely embarrassing from the United States that this is the direction we're going. It's absolute delusion. It can't happen. They can't kill self-custody. Could they enforce more KYC? Sure, but what's more than we're already doing? It makes me think back to Sam Bankman-Fried, because what was SBF's goal with all of these powerful people and the regulators? They wanted a federal bit license. If you live in New York, you're very familiar with the bit license, because what essentially they're doing is blocking you from majority of coins, majority of exchanges, except for the ones they allow. That is not okay, because basically they're telling you that you can't do what you want with your money. And how is that America? The fact that they're telling you you can't have an unhosted wallet, your wallet, your physical wallet in your pocket is unhosted with cash in it. Soon enough, they'll tell you that you're going to have a 1099 for cash. Oh, you have to report where your cash is going. They already do that when you take it out of the bank. That's not okay. How long until they tell you you're not allowed to use cash because it's unhosted and we have to make sure people aren't doing anything wrong in illicit financing? We need privacy, our rights of life, liberty, property. We should be able to own Bitcoin and crypto in an unhosted wallet because it's mine. It's my right to have my property. And this is digital property. Obviously, our current regime does not care about rights. They do not care about America, because if they did, they would never propose anything like this, and they would enact Bitcoin as legal tender. They would have people be able to transact the way they want and not have taxes if someone's selling their crypto or going to the store and buying a gosh dang coffee with it. Let's stop the foolery. Let's get real. And let's change how this is going. Because this isn't going in a direction of the American people. It's going in the direction of the 1%. Of the people that apparently regulate and put out the laws. When these people don't regulate, they're unelected bureaucrats that don't do anything for anyone except themselves.
You're welcome.
Have a wonderful day, smile daisies and buttercups. 0.052362890
Joe Harvey, you cool me off, bro. You cool me off with the rain of love, Joe Harvey. Making me hear the little birds chirping outdoors. Don't listen to these freaking fools, bro. Don't listen to these people. They don't care about you. And you have to make it for yourself, which is why we're in crypto. That's why we practice self-custody. And that's why we advocate for every single individual in the world, not just the United States, to have rights, to be able to transact and hold something that belongs to them. They want you to own nothing and be happy. We will not do that. We will not do that. Especially because we're experiencing a mass attack on crypto, whether that's DeFi or the mixers. Privacy. Apparently, the government doesn't like when you have privacy. That's why they're trying to eliminate cash. That's why they're trying to eliminate self-hosted wallets or unhosted wallets. Now we have Tornado Cash, where the founders, Roman and Roman, are being literally prosecuted for no reason, other than the fact that they created a technology. Same thing with the guy from Silk Road. Was he responsible for anything? No.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Here's to a post-halving Bitcoin pump sooner than later.
Boo Man, you're the best. I'm hoping for that too, especially when this attack is happening. Did these people do any money laundering? No. Did they prove any of that? No. But did they prosecute them anyway? Yes. Did people like Sam Bankman-Fried openly coerce and bribe people in our government to let him do what he wanted and literally rug billions of dollars from everyday people in this country and internationally? Yes. How long was his prison sentence? 25 years. Sam Bankman-Fried for openly scamming people. But others literally just creating technology are being prosecuted when they don't even live in the United States. That is complete tyranny and honestly overreach, because how can you go and regulate other people from other countries when they never directly did anything to American citizens? If they put out a technology and people use it, how is that their fault? That's like saying if I took a pencil and literally poked someone with it, the person that created the pencil is going to get arrested because I did something wrong with the pencil? No, you... Now we have Samurai Wallet, which is a Bitcoin mixer and kind of a wallet that was able to kind of change the direction things were going and all of that good stuff. Now, Samurai Wallet founders were arrested and charged with money laundering. This is very confusing and, for lack of better words, a complete gray area that I think is a little bit different from Tornado Cash, but goes again to say that these people just created technology, and where's the proof that they did anything wrong? I haven't seen that. Federal prosecutors charged Samurai Wallet founders Keon Rodriguez and William Lonergan Hill with conspiracy to commit money laundering on Wednesday, and the government continues its approach to prosecuting crypto mixing tools that may be used for illicit activities and foreign governments to hide fund transfers. In a press release, the pair developed, marketed, and operated the mixer, which facilitated more than $100 million in money laundering transactions from illegal dark web markets. They're saying Samurai overall facilitated around $2 billion in unlawful transactions between 2015 and the present. An accompanying indictment said this figure was calculated by converting the value of Bitcoin laundered through the funds to US dollars based on Bitcoin's price at the time of each transaction. Rodriguez, 35, Hill, 65, collected approximately $4.5 million in fees for their mixing, and different features had different pool fees according to the indictment. These charges that they have carry a maximum sentence of 20 years and 5 years respectively. Guys, Sam Bankman-Fried was given a light sentence of 25 years that he's also set to appeal when he openly scams people, but these people just created technology, and I'm just a little confused with how this works, and especially because they're saying $2 billion was money laundered with Tornado Cash, not Tornado Cash, but Samurai Wallet. But what is that in US dollars when people are using the traditional financial system for money laundering? I just don't understand how, like, they're not saying, oh, the amount in cash is being money laundered every freaking day. They're not going to tell you about that. But they're not going to talk about the billions and trillions of dollars every day that get laundered in US dollars. But they're going to talk about only $2 billion that went through Samurai Wallet. This is literally making them a scapegoat because they do not want any privacy in the United States. Rodriguez was arrested on Wednesday, arraigned in Pennsylvania today or tomorrow. Hill, Samurai's Wallet CTO, was arrested on Wednesday in Portugal and will be extradited to the United States. Why is that okay to go to another country and say you're doing something wrong and take them out? I'm a little confused. I just think this is a little bit ridiculous. And if you take a look, this is from unodc.org for cash. The estimated amount of money laundered globally in 1 year is 2 to 5% of global GDP, or 800 billion to 2 trillion in current US dollars. So you're not saying anything about the 800 billion to 2 trillion dollars of US dollars being freaking money laundered year to year, but you're telling me about Samurai Wallet that only apparently mixed 2 billion? That is absolutely ridiculous. And it goes to show that they don't want you to have privacy. They don't care about you. They don't care about anything because all of these people are politically aligned in these other countries to have a vendetta against crypto. Will they ever come after any of the bankers? No, they just charge them a fee or a fine and they go away and they keep operating. But these people that create technology, why is that not allowed? Especially 2 billion doesn't compare to 2 trillion in the traditional financial system. Let's talk about the black and gray markets that these politicians take part in. All these high status people. You'll never hear about that. Never, ever. But you'll hear about Tornado Cash. You'll hear about Samurai Wallet, which did really nothing to nobody. And of course, there's going to be bad actors that use mixers because they want to hide their tracks. But what about all these bad actors and TradFi that use the system to their advantage? Because it's private. There's no transparency. If they're tracking down this $2 billion through Samurai Wallet, how did they do that? What bad actors were using this technology? Give me a name. Give me a face. Where was the money going? They'll never tell you because it most likely doesn't even exist. That's the thing with all of these cases. Why are they not providing addresses, faces to the names of the bad actors? They'll just make things up like, oh, North Korea this, Russia this. Come on, guys, this is political propaganda. It's so unfortunate that this is the country we live in, that they're making up things, charging people from other countries with things that they shouldn't even touch because it has no jurisdiction. Literally, anywhere in the United States they could be. Oh, let's not come after, oh, they're international, let's go pick them up from Portugal. Like, who are you, bro? Who are you? All of a sudden, the United States freaking governs the world instead of its own country. Like, let's get real, dude. Let's get real. Like, just compare the numbers between TradFi and DeFi money laundering. And we can only know that because Bitcoin and blockchain is transparent with the freaking ledger. There's no ledger for TradFi. Am I talking about TikTok being banned? No, I'm talking about crypto mixers being banned, or not even, like, they're seizing websites. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Yeah, so this is just wild. Just absolutely wild. Also, shout out to Meninja. He's not feeling well today. Everyone give Meninja a little heart in the chat because he needs to feel better. Also, make sure you guys are smashing the like, sharing this stream out with friends. We have to make sure we are getting these subscribers. Let's get 4 more at least. Yeah, right. 2D on X said, go Nancy Pelosi seems to do well on the legacy system. Oh, well, she does just fine. And imagine they exposed her trades, her family's trades, like, oh.
Oh my God. Bruh.
Yeah, it would be a little bit freaking wild, to say the least. Let's continue. There's another case, another person that committed fraud, which I think this is actually legit fraud. Jabara Igbara, a.k.a. Jay Mazzini, was sentenced to 7 years in prison after using crypto to scam people. And this, I think, is something to be aware of because there was also someone I was speaking to recently that said that they trusted somebody else with their crypto. They got completely freaking messed up. So look out for things like this. Jabara Igbara, a.k.a. Jay Mazzini, was claiming to be a crypto millionaire on Instagram and was sentenced by a district judge, Frederick Block, to 7 years in prison on wire fraud and money laundering charges. And he's also going to forfeit $10 million, which, depending on the sentence and the amount of time he's going to spend in prison, this $10 million might not be a lot to him, and by the time he gets out, he might be living lavish. He's 28 years old and carried out multiple fraud schemes and scammed investors of at least $8 million. And this is when he pled guilty to the charges November of 2022. Through a company called Halal Capital LLC, he ran a Ponzi that targeted Muslims. And he posted on Instagram and other socials offering above market prices for crypto and doctored images of wire transfers that really never came through. And he was a crypto con man, and he created fake online presence to purport that he was a wealthy crypto investor when really he was just a huckster.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Never trust anyone with your crypto besides yourself. I don't even trust the exchanges. I don't even trust the banks. I trust absolutely no one. So please be aware. Never give your crypto to somebody else. Like, it's just ridiculous. And then we have Nigeria, which Nigeria, you guys know, I freaking, oh
my God. Bruh.
Flatsmack, I don't even trust myself. You should, Flatsmack, you should. Now we have Nigeria. Nigeria is all over the place, essentially banning crypto, trying to introduce their CBDC, which was a complete flop, and people don't want to use it. They were literally trying to withhold people from taking money out of the banks, $45 per individual per day. You get charged a fee if you take more out. Point of sale, you can only transact $45. Anything more has to be the CBDC. Then they tried to roll out a stable coin because the CBDC was poop. Obviously, that's not working. And people want their cash. They want their money. So they started transacting with crypto peer-to-peer in the country. And it seemed as though people were using things like Binance, OKX, Bybit, all these exchanges, Qcoin. But the government didn't like that. And they made up things against Binance, saying that there were $26 billion of untraceable funds using Binance, when if they're untraceable, how do you know how much there is? And then arrested 2 Binance executives, holding them against their will in Nigeria. One escaped, being extradited back. One is pleading and not guilty because obviously they're not a real freaking agent for Binance. They just went there for a meeting. Then you had all Nigeria they tried to block the websites. They tried to literally have a way for local internet or telecommunication providers to block access to Binance, OctaFX, and a bunch of other crypto exchanges. It's very weird to me that they're literally trying to ban crypto, but Nigeria is now hiring a new regulator in their SEC to regulate the market. It seems as though people might be bullish on him, but I'm not bullish on any politician, really, because they lie, they say a bunch of things before they get in office, and then they kind of switch up once they get there. Kind of like Javier Milei from Argentina was like, F the central banks, they're horrible people, and Bitcoin, yay. But he hasn't really done anything to help Bitcoin in the country at all. Nigeria's blockchain stakeholders have expressed confidence in the newly appointed director general of their SEC. Apparently, this is a pro-crypto background he has that's seen as an advantage for the industry. This is Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that anointed or appointed him. This is Omotimi Agama, the former managing director of the Nigerian Capital Market Institute, NCMI, and the new chair of their SEC. This aims to regulate the capital market, enhance investor confidence, and promote their economic development. And local stakeholders are kind of bullish on it. One guy from an OTC exchange said that this general director has some favorable views on crypto and will likely bring positive changes to the sector. They're looking forward to working with the new chair, and the government is supposed to issue licenses for crypto organizations this year, and hopefully this will start picking up the industry, help the startups. Quote, "We expect his administration will separate the baby from the bathwater and show that crypto industry has several exciting benefits for the country. We need to prove the whole world that we are open for crypto business despite the issues some exchanges might have experienced in the country." It seems as though if you're not highly compliant and if they don't have a political agenda against you, you might have some hope in Nigeria, which in turn gives hope to the people of Nigeria. And I hope that people in Nigeria are able to transact the amount they want, transfer what they want off of these crypto exchanges, and the taxes aren't crazy. But yeah, Nigeria is absolutely crazy, absolutely tyrannical, and it shows that they're just going to prosecute people, especially in crypto, for no reason when it doesn't exactly politically align with them. How many likes do we have? How many likes? Oh, guys, we need 8 more to at least 100. Pamp it now.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Smash the freaking likes. Yeah, Nigeria, freaking Nigeria. I feel so bad for those people, man. Like, it's just ridiculous what they're doing there. I want to talk about things that are happening. I want to talk about businesses, man. Personally, I try to make a lot of businesses accept crypto. And thankfully some do. And Square from Jack Dorsey is trying to actually boost, apparently, Bitcoin adoption amongst businesses. And I think it's very bullish to have businesses accept Bitcoin or have part of their, profits be converted to Bitcoin. I'm a fan of that. Because we do know there currently are some payment processors that you transact with Bitcoin and it converts it for the merchant automatically. So when you send Bitcoin, they receive fiat. But this is kind of doing the opposite. So now some Square users can convert their dollars to Bitcoin on Cash App. And this is kind of bullish for Cash App too. Jack Dorsey's fintech company, Block, formerly known as Square, is linking together 2 of its biggest platforms, such as Square and peer-to-peer payments app Cash App. This gives retail stores ability to convert a portion of their daily sales into Bitcoin. The tool, called Bitcoin Conversions, will set eligible Square users up with a dedicated Cash App account program to receive 1 to 10% of their store's revenues, which will be converted on their behalf into Bitcoin, which can be held, sold, or transferred as they see fit. And the service will be limited to sole proprietors or single-member LLCs until a full rollout to Square customers in the coming months. They carried out research by surveying Square sellers and found that there's a demand for this. And many sellers said they want an easy way to... Oh my God, my freaking heart felt my breath.
We are a fan of you, heart, cookie, much love.
Oh, shush, that scared me. That freaking scared me, Billy. Thank you so much. Rain of love for you. I love that too, Black Hat. Shoo! Oh my God, that's so everything. Oh my God, that's freaking nuts. I love that. Thank you so much, Billy. That scared the living bejesus out of me. Billy, tell me, my friend, would you accept Bitcoin for your business? Put that in the chat. because apparently many sellers told the block that they want an easy way to access Bitcoin and diversify their holdings, so they tapped into Block's ecosystem to deliver a solution. This automates everything and gives them flexibility and control over how they manage their Bitcoin. This is from the Bitcoin product lead at Cash App, Michael Riani. He's actually a cool dude. We follow each other on the X programs, and they could see how many merchants sign up, how much capital is converted. They're saying at the launch, they could charge a flat 1% conversion fee, lower than the 2.25% Cash App has for most retail purchases of Bitcoin. But I think it's pretty interesting, and I would love to see more businesses accept crypto. I'm very bullish on that, and I think we're going to see a lot of that, where even if people are transacting with fiat, they'll be able to convert that to the beautiful Bitcoins. And I think a lot of people are going to end up doing that because the dollar is obviously going kaploom. Swash says, you already do. Do you accept crypto? Do you accept crypto? Billy in the chat, hashtag give or gain to you. Let's throw a sheesh in there. Everyone throw a sheesh for Billy. Throw a little sheeshy in there. Steve's did a $1,500 DCA yesterday. Pamp it up for you, my friend. Smash the likes. Smash the freaking likes. Don't you know? Smash the likes. You've got to smash the likes. Freaking sheesh. Let's talk about Morgan Stanley, because Morgan Stanley is trying to get into Shibarium. It's so funny. Guys, we're going to look at Morgan Stanley because obviously the ETFs, the Bitcoin ETFs, they started out spicy hot. And now they're kind of like, meh. And they're doing okay. But Morgan Stanley is kind of pulling what JP Morgan did a few years ago, where they were like kind of saying that like, oh, yo, my clients, you know, if you want some Bitcoin, you could get some, but like you got to ask us about it first. Same thing Morgan Stanley's kind of doing, where they're going to soon allow brokers to pitch Bitcoin ETFs to customers. Morgan Stanley is looking to allow 15,000 brokers to recommend Bitcoin ETFs to their customers, and they opened up Bitcoin ETF purchases after they were approved earlier this year, but this was only done on an unsolicited basis. But now they're allowing brokers to actually pitch the ETFs to its customers. It's a testament for the demand, and they said, we're going to make sure we're very careful about it. We're going to make sure everybody has access. We want to do it in a controlled way. So people are thinking this is a way to give more liquidity and zest and pull to the ETFs, which it is what it is either way. I'm not really a fan of the banks, but if they want to come in and they want to do what they want to do with the ETFs, who are we to stop them? We can't do that. This is a permissionless world. What are we going to do about it? But at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of ETFs. They're literally a way for you to feel like it's the only way to get Bitcoin exposure, even though if you sell the ETF, you get cash back. You're not getting actual Bitcoin exposure. And if you want Bitcoin, go to the exchange, take your actual Bitcoin and put it in your wallet. That's the real Bitcoin exposure. Freaking horrible. Yeah, last night, the banks. I feel you, man. I feel you. Especially when we have Bitcoin kind of like getting clogged up by Rune's protocol. Rune's protocol is a new standard for tokens on Bitcoin versus it's a little different than the ordinals approach. And this is taking up 2/3 of Bitcoin's transactions, at least 68% of Bitcoin transactions since its launch. And this was still recent. And when we knew on the halving, the day of the halving, that was causing Bitcoin fees to soar because people wanted to inscribe on block 840,000. Runes, again, a new standard on the Bitcoin blockchain, made up more than 2/3 of the transactions since it was launched following the halving on April 20th. More than 2.38 million transactions for Runes have been processed.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, Jim May, you missing all the fun.
I agree. Call Jimmy and give him a golly. Be like, golly, where you at? I agree. 100%, Billy. 100. So this is saying ordinary peer-to-peer Bitcoin transactions, BRC20 ordinals, and everything was just included in this total transaction count. And Runes had its biggest day on April 23rd with more than 750,000 transactions. Now, again, a lot of that came when a block 840,000, the halving, everyone was like, woo, woo, woo. But I do think that people are kind of steering away from the peer-to-peer aspect of Bitcoin being a peer-to-peer payment system. But at the end of the day, this is a permissionless, decentralized ecosystem. Who am I? Who are we to give permission to anyone to do what they want to do on the network and use open source code? Like, we really can't stop anyone from building on top of Bitcoin. Are we a fan of ordinals? I'm a fan of freaking technology. I'm a fan of runes. I'm a fan of any technology that is going to bring bullish zest to the space. Except that, again, it's going to price people out with the fact that the fees are going to soar with runes, ordinals, BRC20 tokens. It's going to be an issue for the network, especially that I think the number of unique wallets is only 600,000 with ordinals. I think that might be increasing day to day, but only 600,000 people, that's like not a lot. 2.38 million transactions, that's not a lot to be clogging up the network. We need to be able to have something that scales. Bitcoin is going to have problems scaling. And especially with the price of the fees going up, I think ordinals and all of these tokens are going to end up slowing down in the future because the network won't be able to keep up with it. And it's not going to be feasible to do it anymore, which is why I think ordinals, inscriptions, a lot of that is going to probably move over to Litecoin that has well over 20 million transactions, 20 million inscriptions already. So I would just look at Litecoin for that type of thing and something that's feasible for the future. But I do understand the fact that you want to kind of signify your Satoshis and make them rare Satoshis with your runes protocol and all these things. So I understand the point. I just think that it's going to price a lot of people out in the future and the present.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Jim, may
killing
where are
me
you?
today.
Playful face, thoughtful face, raised fist, waving hand, cookie, heart.
Hello, is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? It's like the clip from the Titanic. Can anyone hear me? Is anybody out there? Yeah, get Jimmy in here. I need a new membership. Oh, Broco, she needs the membershipery. He needs the membershipery. Yeah, man, it's just crazy. I don't know. Are you guys a fan of ordinals? Are you a fan of Runes Protocol? Put a 1 or a yes emoji. Put a 2 and a no emoji if you guys are not fans of it. Right, Bandgain? Bandgain is so savage on TikTok. Always there for me on TikTok. Speaking of NFTs and things like that, this is new news, hot off the press. CryptoPunk number 635 sold for 4,000 ETH today, $12.4 million. So, guys, everyone that's been fading NFTs, fading this technology, oh boy, we about to have a comeback.
Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
I can't wait till like all these NFTs go to like zillions of dollars again and people absolutely lose their minds because they're mad they didn't buy them. And listen, there's so many NFTs I wanted to buy, so many coins I wanted to buy, tokens I wanted to buy. No, right here and now, going into this massive zesty bull market we're a part of now, remember that you will not get to buy everything. You will not be able to buy every dip. You won't be able to buy every NFT that's popping off, every token. You will have missed low prices. Guys, that is okay. I will learn from the past, I don't know, 20, 30, like literally freaking almost 10 years in this space, like total pre-misting crypto. Guys, like this is a big deal. And it's something that people don't really understand coming into this space because they get heavy FOMO. You will not catch everything. And it's okay not to catch everything because what you have is more than 98% of the world already. And if you throw $100 here, $100 there, the amount that you're going to make, even if it does 10x, will not be a significant amount because you're just too diversified and too little everywhere. So just be aware that you will not be able to catch them all. It's going to be okay. Take your dips, as you know, people are saying, like Shibarium and buying opportunity. That's cool. But please make sure you practice all of your risk, bullish, bearish case scenario, have the plan, execute the plan, stick to the plan. And especially, I emphasize that because as Bitcoin swings, long liquidations got hit with almost $40 million, bro, as the price plunged below $65,000. So I would just be aware that when you're trading with leverage especially, you're going to get wrecked a lot of the time. Liquidations for longs hit almost $40 million in the past 24 hours as we drop below 64K. And I want to let you guys know that things happen, second drops, crazy wicks that just, and it goes a little bit fast, so you have to be aware. Let's get into the market recap. And if you guys have any requests for me, put that in the chat. We have 3 more until we hit 16,420. So pamp that up. We do have a majority of a red market today. Not too many things in the green, except for Pepe, up 5.8%, Bonk up 2%. We're going to check it all out. Bitcoin is kind of still gravitating towards her golden zone here. And we keep talking about the golden zone 60K because it's been so highly relevant. And there's been a lot of defenses here. And we'll take a gander. So right now we're at $63,540, down 1.1%. And it seems as though we could have this anchor wave. I'm hoping this is the anchor wave. And then we have a trigger wave forming. And usually that could, again, when you have anchor waves and trigger waves like this, anchor wave, trigger, trigger, boom, to the upside. So I'm hoping that's the case here. But you never know. Always have the bullish bearish case scenario. We had a green dot that pulled the momentum up, but couldn't get really to that zero line. And the red dot has pulled it down. VWAP is sharply below that zero line. Wrong type of curvature with this money flow. Of course, we wanted to curve upwards and keep going, but it's not doing that. And the RSI just took kind of a little bit of a flush here. Going below that 50 line, aiming bearish still. I don't know, guys. I think it's a little bit iffy at this point. But if you guys look at the wicks, there has been a lot of defense and buying at that 60K. So I would watch out for 60K again. Maybe we'll hit that and bounce off of it. That's ideally the best type situation. But right now we're kind of teetering with the 63.6, 63.7. We're sitting there right now exactly 63.6. We had a low today of around 62.8. So a little bit lower than people expected. But again, a lot of the liquidations got wiped out right here. So watch out for that. I would watch out for 60K. Neutrally, we want to close above 63.6 and bullishly go test that 67.4. But you could see this. There's a little bit of selling pressure right there. But hopefully we get past it. Bitcoin consolidating, especially above $60,000, I think is extremely bullish. And especially if we we were teetering around that 60K and went a little bit below 60K, that doesn't scare me whatsoever. Like absolutely at all. But again, price never really scared me. Even when we had like the lows of 15K, I was still like, yay, like, we're still good. And it was just a better buying opportunity, man. Like, and I'm just bullish on Bitcoin overall because the banks are having issues. The dollar is absolutely imploding. And I want to be my own bank, and that's never going to be not relevant. So we have Ethereum now. That's $3,127 today, down 0.37%. Kind of the same with Bitcoin that we have this anchor wave. We're hoping this is the start of a trigger. We have a red dot that's printed. VWAP sharply below that zero line now. I don't like that. The money flow isn't too zesty. And you have the RSI that's just chopping it up in bearish zones. Honestly, I'll say it again. Let's freaking dump the market. Let's go to oversold. Get that freaking selling pressure out of the way. Liquidate a bunch of plebs, and we'll be okay.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
What's up?
Jimmy made it.
Jimmy, my uncle? Golly, Jimmy. Throw a golly in the chat now. Jimmy now in the chat. Say, golly. Give me the golly now. Give me the golly now. I'm pressuring you. Will he do it? As y'all can see, there was that kind of bounce in defense around this 2,900 low, high 2,800 range. Ideally, let's keep looking at those wicks and 2770 as the bearish scenario. But bullish scenario, I really want that 3230. We've been testing it. The pressure has been there for sure with the wicks. You can see it. But that's why I really want to get through it. 3230 and push for that 3550. That would just be top notch. Top notch. And then Litecoin, the freaking right coin. Everybody loves Litecoin. I love Litecoin to my freaking heart's content. And that's why I'm going to the Litecoin Summit, July 24th to the 25th in Nashville, Tennessee. Only $84 a ticket. That's a freaking steal. That's a steal for a 2-day lovely conference with thought leaders that are actually doing things in this space. $83.41 today Litecoin. So basically one Litecoin gets you your ticket. And you take a gander here. There's no red dot printed just yet on Litecoin, which I think is pretty hopeful. And the fact that Litecoin's up 0.25% when the rest of the market's in the red is usually what happens. That usually Litecoin will pump first, Bitcoin will follow, and usually there's like a kind of an inverse relationship going on here. I do not, and I express this very clearly, the curvature on the VWAP is absolutely... I don't like curvature on the VWAP because I like sharp moves. When we have sharp moves to the upside especially, that means zest. Oh, poop. That means Zest. So I want all the Zest. I do. I really do. Oh, shoot. Where's my market cipher? Did I get rid of it by accident? I totally did. There it goes. But yeah, I do not like curvature on the VWAP. I want a sharp move up, because when we have a sharp move up with the VWAP like this right here, over here, February 24th, we had a sharp move over that VWAP across the 200-day SMA. It went from literally $69, which is a zesty number, all the way up to this 95. We, of course, retraced, but bouncing off the 75 has been great. And let's keep testing 86. That's really the ideal situation here. And then Dogecoin. Oh, shoot. Do we have membershipery? Oh, balls. Oh, my gosh. I didn't say that. Jimmy, 50 memberships. That's a crazy amount of membershipery. Oh, my gosh. Everyone grab your membership. Please press the, whatchamacallit? Press the allow gift button. Pamp it. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. You get a membership. You get a membership. Everyone gets a membership. Woo! Oh, my uncle. Oh, my gosh. My uncle just did that. Thank you, Jimmy. Freaking pamp it. Pamp it, pamp it, pamp it. Pamp it, pamp it, pamp it. I love that. Thank you so freaking much. Membershipery. 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 Oh, I love membershipery. Oh, my gosh. I'm so freaking shook, bro. I see all the names. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, that's so freaking awesome. Thank you. My gosh. I'm so shook. And then let's talk about Dogecoin. I'm just so shook. That was a lot of membershipery. Thank you, Jimmy. Guys, take a gander, man. Just under 15 cent Doge, 1% in the red dot printing on the momentum, VWAP down, curvature on the on the money flow that I do not enjoy, and then we have the RSI that's just straight up choppy, bro. Straight up choppy. And I want it to be more bullish, hoping it turns around, but the defense is real at just over 14 cents. And I would look at that 0.142 as a bearish scenario. Bullish, we're looking for 17.5. Friggin' sheesh, remember shippering. Make sure, again, you guys are subscribing to the channel. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Pump it up. You got to pump it up. I think this will help inspire people.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
Hello, Wifey Wick. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Do we have any chart requests? Do we have any chart requests? Mark Dutchman, taking a gander is Southern for taking a look. Yeah, I like saying gander. Where's my golly from Jimmy? Did Jimmy give me a golly in the chat? If he didn't, then I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. Where's my golly from Jimmy? I'm looking. I don't see a golly. I'm going to be very upset. Jimmy, I love your membership, but I need a golly or else I'm going to be upset. The R chart. I will do it. Sure. Let's do that. R. Okay, let's do it. So, all right. I see you. Let's see. These just, I don't know, something about these wicks just makes me uncomfortable, bro, with Pirate Chain. I gotta find that picture of me with the pirate people, man. I've seen them at so many events. I like to take their swag. Okay, yeah, I could kind of see where this is coming from now. All right, so I want to take a gander at Pirate Chain for our friend in the chat. 39 cents, 0.87% in the green. We do have a VWAP that's sharply going upwards, which I love, so that's good. Money flow shooting up. Red dot pulling that momentum down, but not really crazily. RSI chopping it up, but was overbought. So I'm looking for that downtrend. But at the same time, these wicks have been kind of ridiculous. I'm not going to lie. I don't know where my volume is on this chart. It says, no, the vendor doesn't provide data for this symbol for volume. So I can't even see the volume, really. But I would look at... neutrally defending 41.5 cents and bullishly going to that 64, almost 65, because that's where we had a lot of rejections in the past and wick lows. So those are the two levels I watched. Neutrally staying above 41.5, bullishly looking at basically 65 cents. Let's see. Do we have any other charteries? Oh, all right. I got you, 3 Diglets. I know the super chat isn't going to play until after these memberships kind of end over here. But Got you. I will. He said, "Is XRP king of the?" I don't know about it. I don't know about that, Three Diggies. But I do know that you're the king, and you freaking go off in this chat. So let's do that for you. XRPPs. Okay. So we have XRP, 52 cents, percent in a quarter in the reds. Guys, red dot on that momentum is pretty much every freaking coin right now. VWAP below that zero line. Obviously, we're not enjoying that. The curvature on the money flow, not great. And then we have the RSI that just literally rejected harshly that neutral and going bearish here. I would look at the volume too that came in this one day that just rejected this 200-day SMA. Total freaking flop. And I would look at, like, because the wicks are telling us that the defense is there at 48 cents. But could we fall below it if the liquidity doesn't come through? Yeah. So I would look at 48 cents, just keep an eye on it, and bullishly try to test 54 and basically 55 cents, 0.548 to be exact. And, of course, trying to test that 200-day SMA, but it seems like when we come close to it, we're like, no! Bionic, nice to see ya. Escape New York. I'm trying. I want to leave. We're trying to leave. Listen, every like, every share, every comment is a contribution to hashtag GTFONYC. As long as we're sharing this channel, we're getting zesty with the channel, we're sharing all the love with this channel, we'll be able to prosper in life. And the more we share the stream out, the better the channel. And also, the more voices that we get to spread zest to, so that way they can speak the words of adoption and zest. Keith Betts said, wow, GM, Randy. Wow, GM to you, my friend. Welcome to the show. Michael says he recommends Nashville. Listen, Nashville is zesty. I can't wait to go. Even though I'm only going to be there for like solid 2 full days, I'm excited to go to Nashville. I want to hang out. I want to get zesty. Andy S., I'm a silent XRP holder, hidden in the corner, not speaking. Listen, I am for everyone choosing what they want to do. You're in this space because you're choosing to invest in something. That's the whole thing. Like, it's freedom of choice. So if you want to invest in XRP and whatever, I don't care what my thoughts are on it. Don't give it actual poop what my thoughts are. Like, care what your thoughts are. And if you want to give liquidity to it, if you believe in it, that's on you, man. Like, that's what it's all about, is freedom of choice. I will never judge anyone for what they're buying. I will never tell anyone what to buy, how to sell. Like, no, that's not my business. Your business is your business. You want to buy Bitcoin, you want to buy XRP, you want to do whatever the frick you want, that's your prerogative, bro. Never will judge you for that, ever, ever. Yeah, I don't want to experience snow ever again. I'll pass on that. Even though snow it hasn't even been that bad in New York the past few years. I'm pretty grateful for not having those snows. Like, I remember it used to snow so bad that they used to cancel school midday. And even if your parent was at work, like my dad was, like doing construction in Manhattan, like he had to come back all the way to Brooklyn and come pick us up from school. Like, that was ridiculous. They don't warn the parents. Like, a lot of these kids have to rely on the after-school programs, rely on schools to like keep their kids safe during the day so the parents can work. And it was just like such a mess. So I think we're honestly better now that there's not a lot of snow. Do I think crypto, Keith says, do you think New York will become a crypto-friendly place in the future? Listen, I've done events with the New York City mayor, and he had promises that it would be more crypto-friendly. I've done my type of adoption here, and I spoke with the New York Department of Education. I've spoken with a lot of people. And in the future, I think definitely they will have more crypto adoption. It's just going to take years, and I think it's going to get to the point where they can't say no to it anymore.
You're welcome.
Is XRP king of the?
Thanks again, Diggy. Your area, Sola Hefe, gets 300 inches annually of snow? What? That's crazy. Where do you freaking live? Oh my gosh. TikTok, stop trying to take me out today, bro. Calm down. Zane Ninja, I'm new here. What's... Oh my freaking... Oh my...
I wanna ride the monster.
Diggy, what? The super chats today, you guys are freaking nuts. You guys are freaking nuts. Thank you so freaking much. You want to ride the monster?
Yeah. Woo! Woo!
Oh my god, I'm freaking. Yomo goes, that scares me. It scared me too, bro. I was like, shoot. Oh, I can't. That's too much, bro. That is too. Dick, you're killing me out here. You're freaking killing me. Oh my gosh. That's how I feel right now. That is so ridiculous. I want to ride the monster. That is crazy, dude. You're crazy. 3 Diglets. You're such a king, bro. Like, you're such a king. Thank you so much. Zane said he's new here. What's the business? I create content on Bitcoin and crypto, and I report crypto news. Bionic said New York is too blue for crypto. Probably. But I think, listen, the blue people, like, it's a nonpartisan issue. To me, it's a nonpartisan issue. So I think that both people on both sides are bullish, but again, it comes down to their pockets, and they know that if they promote Bitcoin crypto, that their dollar is like still gonna implode anyway, and that's their whole prerogative there. Just wild. Wow, you guys are crazy, bro. Am I crying? I'm not crying yet. I'm not. I do so much. I shed tears on this show. I'm so emotional on this freaking show. Like, I can't cry anymore. I can't. Like, the tears are dried up, bro. The tears are dried up. Oh gosh, starting Thirsty Thursdays early. Listen, is that a thing? Do you guys like to drink beverages on Thursdays? Like, I don't know if I can. Like, no, like, you know, I can't do that physically. Like, I would. I don't know. I just don't really like. I don't know. Drinking is just not my thing. You can cry. This is a safe place. Aw, and we gotta give me an aw out here, bro. Aww. Jacob, that's very sweet, and I know it is. Like, cause I've had full freaking releases on this show, but at the end of the day, like, I'm very like, you know, I only get emotional for real reasons. Like, I'm not like crying to cry because that's like being a little bit of a poop face. You know what I mean? But you know, I just try to be real with people and show like you know. I have emotions. Like, that's it. Like, I guess I just have emotions. They're on display. And listen, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect for that matter. And you know what? Like, I'm not going to put on a show. I'm not going to be a character. Like, I'm me, and that's it. And if I have emotions, I'm going to freaking express them. And that's it. But they're all love. It's all love. Base Ninja said, love the new setup, Randy. Keep crushing it. Bull is near. Base Ninja, I see you there on X, and I know you're not saying the bull is near because the bull is here. And and Bitcoin, in my opinion, has been in a bull market since its inception. But yeah, Base Ninja, you're a cool freaking person. Base Ninja likes to post memes on X. He's a cool dude. Spirits change your spirit. I feel like you guys really have impacted me a lot. And, you know, especially the community, like, you guys are freaking amazing people. Like, everyone in this chat is freaking amazing. I'm always so happy to like see names in this chat, and I just feel so warm and fuzzy, bro. AB, it's my birthday and I'm crying if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. Casper coming in late. Hello, my friend. High five says likewise. Hello, high five to you. But yeah, is this a judgment zone? No. We're like Planet Fitness, judgment free. Bionic said 90 to 100 days, it will go parabolic, then bull run. I think we're already in the bull run. That's my personal opinion. You know, since Bitcoin's been born. I'm just extra bullish. I'm a perma bull out here. I'm a perma freaking bull. Even at 15K, I was like, let's freaking go. And I really mean that. I really do. You guys are freaking dope people. You guys are so freaking cool, bro. You're a breath of fresh air in the upside down. Thank you. Oh, Solo Hefe, that is so freaking sweet. Listen, like, I'm just trying to be positive, spread that love, spread that zest, and report on news that no one else is reporting on, and just like kind of give you all the information you need to be a self-sovereign individual. And I know that you guys are just awesome freaking people in this chat, and you guys have your crypto off of the exchange. You are being your own bank, and you're just trying to spread adoption amongst your friends and family. And I do know that we have 12 more likes until 150. I hope that we're smashing the likes, because we have a sound check.
Sound check.
Baby, it's a sound check.
I'm gonna check this sweet mic.
Why don't you check yours? Guys, Pepe, man, I'm looking at the Pepe chart. We're up 7%, 7.5%, bouncing off. Look at that defense, bouncing off the 700. Boom. And I'm hoping that brings us to 908. based on previous data and stuff, but we might have some chop where these wick highs are at like 818 based on the wick lows here and also the selling pressure right there. So I would take a look at that level. Very interesting. I don't know. Are you guys like buying meme coins? Is that a thing anymore? Are you guys still doing that? Better late than never. Casper, you're freaking chilling, bro. Never apologize. I'm just happy you're here. User 97, it's like, hi, girl. I'm watching you. Oh, well, thank you. Jonathan, got some extra money. What should I throw it in? I'm not telling you what to do. I would never, ever, ever tell everyone what to do about anything. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm never going to tell you what to sell. I'm not rating your freaking portfolio. Don't send it to me. I want to make sure that you guys are making your own choices. Don't ask anyone their advice on anything unless it's technology. And when it comes to investment, like the whole idea of investment brokers or listening to people to tell you what to do, to me, that's not the right thing. I just don't do that. I just feel like we're in this space so everyone can learn on their own and be like, obviously grab information from other people and use that information, double check it yourself, fact check everything, everyone, and then go make your own decision. Don't let anyone tell you what to buy, what to sell, when to do anything. Like that's only your business, only your business. And then if you do a move because someone told you to do it and they were wrong, like then you're going to get mad at that person. That's a relationship ruined, Brokers keep you broke. Freaking boom right there. That's a freaking line, Sola Hefe. You're freaking killing it in the chat today. Yeah, brokers keep you broke. Like if you go to a broker right now and say, I want to invest in Bitcoin, what are they going to tell you? Oh, Bitcoin's horrible. It's please, stop listening to these people. Oh my gosh, my mug is going to die. That's okay. But yeah, Doge is King. Andy says, I love my Dogecoin. That's why I have my sticker right here from Gary Littlemore. I love my Dogecoin. I really do. I'm so bullish on Doge. I'm bullish on any proof of work coin. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Doge, Digibuy, all of those things. But yeah, listen, guys. We're getting after it. We're always going to continue to get after it. Market up, down, sideways like we're doing now where people are like kind of stale and mad. Like, oh, Bitcoin's so mean. Bitcoin's not pumping to $1 million today. Who cares? As long as you have money that belongs to you, that when you go and open your banking app and it doesn't work like a lot of people experienced with Chase Bank yesterday, at least you have the ability to send and receive money 24/7, 365 with no censorship and no intermediaries, cross-border, anywhere in the world. You could use this. And at the end of the day, that's what's important. Being your own bank and having things that belong to you that are not being devalued like the dollar that's getting printed and printed and printed, but there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin. So watch out for that. Have an amazing day, everyone. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And if you haven't yet, please make sure you're smashing the like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Because we're going to get after it. We're going to improve life. We're going to do what we love. Life, liberty, and property. These are always the things we have to do. Jimmy got himself a membership. That's so funny. Thank you, Jimmy, Billy. Thank you, Diggies. Thank you to everyone that contributed to the show today. Whether that's the super chats, obviously, that kept coming through. You guys are freaking nuts. Or the likes, the comments, the shares, all of that matters to the channel, and it always contributes to the hashtag GTFONYC and to the fact that we want people to be aware of this channel so that way they could get educated and have some zest in their life so that way we can execute upon the information we talk about here and spread crypto adoption worldwide. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Be your own bank. Have an amazing Thursday. I will see you tomorrow for the last Daily Zest of the week. So if you are ready for the Daily Zest tomorrow, if you enjoyed the show, make sure you smash a like, comment on the channel, subscribe, and share this out with friends. I will see you guys tomorrow. And as always, 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 golly, and say yeehaw. Stay zesty. Bye.